Welcome to my channel, and this is my creamy leche flan recipe. Here are the ingredients. We will need 9 egg yolks from large eggs. If you don't have large eggs, make it 12 egg yolks from small eggs. We also need 1 teaspoon lemon rind, 1 teaspoon vanilla, 1 can evaporated milk, the big one big can of condensed milk, 4 tablespoons of sugar. For the caramel, we need 1/3 cup of water and 1 cup of sugar. So let's start by mixing the eggs with the rest of the ingredients. I just crack the egg yolks and just mix it thoroughly until it's smooth and creamy. I don't beat it because it will incorporate air in the egg and that will make bubbles in your leche flan. After that, you add the rest of the ingredients. So as you can see, I added 1 big can of evaporated milk. And I'm still using the fork to mix all the ingredients because again, I don't want to incorporate bubbles if I use a wire whisk. So you don't need a fancy tool to make leche flan. You just need your fork. And then add your condensed milk. You just always, when you add all the ingredients now, you have to mix it just in one direction. So if you want it clockwise or counterclockwise when mixing it, just use the same technique. So there, I've already added my condensed milk. I'm going to add now 4 tablespoons of white sugar. Now, why am I adding more sugar? Because if you don't add sugar, it will be a little bland. So it's not too sweet. So for me, adding 4 tablespoons of sugar will just be just right. I'm adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla at this point to add more flavor to it. And of course, our lemon rind. Now, this will add the kick, the different, flavor that will add to your leche flan. For me, it adds the umami in your leche flan. Again, just mix it all in one direction. Don't use a whisk. Again, just use a fork. And don't worry about not mixing it properly, because we will strain it. We will strain that with a strainer later on. And straining it for about 3 or 4 times will remove the bubbles off your leche flan and it will make it smoother. That's one of the techniques on how to make it smooth and creamy. And don't forget to sit your mixture for about 5 to 10 minutes just for the flavor of the lemon rind to be absorbed in your leche flan. So see, I'm straining it now. I'm filtering it. Because when you filter it, it will remove, of course, the lemon rind. If you filter it early on, or if you strain it early on, the flavor of the lemon rind will not, will not be incorporated well in your leche flan. So make sure you sit it 5 to 10 minutes. And do the straining part for about 3 to 4 times until all the bubbles are gone. And until the sugar is completely dissolved. Okay? So just again, keep on doing for about 3 to 4 times. Now let's prepare the caramel. So in a pan, I added 1 cup of sugar and 1/3 cup of water. So the proportion of the caramel is 1:3. For every 1 cup of sugar, you put 1/3 cup of water. You just thoroughly mix it until it dissolves completely into a liquid, just like this. And eventually it will turn into a light brown color. Now, once it reaches this golden brown color, you turn off the heat. Why do you turn off the heat? Because it will continue to cook and it will burn your caramel. So if once it reached the golden brown color, you stop the heat. You turn off the fire. And then you put all your mixture into your dish, starting with the caramel, then the custard or the leche flan mixture. And don't forget to cover your dish in foil because we don't want, the steam and the water droplets to be in your leche flan when you're steaming it. So make sure you cover it completely. Now I'm going to share with you the technique of making the creamiest leche flan and the smoothest leche flan. Okay. Now what you do is you boil your steamer into a high temperature. Once it's boiling like this and it reached that level, you put it in low fire. So I'm using an induction cooker from IKEA, and the settings that I chose is 300. That's not the lowest. 60 is the lowest, but it's too low. So I use 300, low fire. So if you're using a gas stove, make sure it's in low fire. Just enough for the steam to cook your leche flan, okay? And then that's when I add the leche flan. I steam my leche flan for an hour or an hour and a half. And this is how it will look like after an hour or an hour and a half, ready to serve and eat. Make sure to let it cool first for a while before you serve and eat it, guys. And that is the secret of making this very delicious, creamy leche flan a la Chef Jax. I hope you enjoy watching this video. Until the next one, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Jax Tiksay. Bon appetit!